Hey guys, good morning. And a very early morning it is here since I'm a night owl, and it's around 4 a.m. in Richmond, Kentucky. So, for all you fans of horror, all you fans of sci-fi, and all you fans of Charlton comics, this one is for you. Uh, this first title, I might have maybe one or two issues, and it had a short run anyway, maybe 7 or 8 issues. Uh, but I thought I'd go ahead and start filling those out. Uh, for those of you that remember the TV show, Space 1999, I think it came out in 75, and probably this comic was probably around the same time. But you got a great Joe Staton painted cover. I think the actual show was produced by the British, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I thought this was a really cool show when I was a kid, and for one, I went back and read the couple issues that I had, and it was actually pretty good. And Joe Staton on the art. I wasn't a great big Joe Staton fan when I was a kid, but I'm starting to grow to appreciate his art more and more all the time, especially since I look back at some of his old stuff. Uh, but just a great painted cover. Issue number 2, more of the same. Issue number 5, some of John Byrne's earliest work. The John Byrne cover and art on the interior. And issue number 7, got a really nice Pat Boyette painted cover. And for those of you that don't know, they're actually making a documentary called The Charlton Movie. And it was I think it might have been one of those Kickstarter projects. They were trying to raise enough money to get, but I've already seen like a few clips and interviews like with Denny O'Neil and Bob Layton and some of the other guys that were there back in the day. So big fan of the Charlton stuff, so I'm really looking forward to that one. I think you can look at more info on that like on thecharltonmovie.com, if I'm not mistaken. So anybody that's interested in Charlton comics and Charlton history, I'm sure you'll be as excited about it as I am. Issue 7. Get into a little horror. Can't Beat Steve Ditko. Ghostly Tales 95. Ditko cover and art. Creepy Things number 4. And nothing spells creepy better than Tom Sutton on a painted cover. I think usually on the books that he did the covers for Charlton, he usually did at least one of the stories on the inside. I think from what I've read, the editors just kind of gave him free reign, and they would call him up and say, "Okay, Tom, we need a 6 or an 8 page weird story." So he would do a weird story and paint a cover for it. So number 4, more of the same here. Another awesome Tom Sutton cover. Creepy Things number 2. These are actually in pretty nice shape for Charlton comics because I think they used toilet paper to print these things on. Okay, another cool title, Ghost Manor number 18. It's got a little bit of a moisture stain there, but otherwise, nice looking comic. I think it's got a date penciled in on the top. Number 15, more Steve Ditko. For all you Ditko fans, if you're looking for some of his earlier stuff, this is the way to go. I know Schmo Daddy is a big Ditko guy, and I know he's got a lot of this stuff. And Ghost Manor #1. I think this came out about '68. Pretty decent looking copy. Might have a little water stain on it, but nothing too glaring. Really nice cover. Almost what you'd call a Marvel picture frame there. Okay, got some more sci-fi. This is an older book. Kind of beat up on the edges, but pretty nice. Unusual Tales #22 with a Ditko cover and a Ditko story. These things are really pricey and high grade, but it's complete, and I'm tickled to have it. Okay, back to some more sci-fi. Shown those Space 1999 books earlier. Actually, Charlton kind of made a little foray into the black and white format. They had some titles based on some TV properties, and they also had a magazine of Space 1999. So I think there were like 8 issues, and I got the first 6 issues, excuse me, for a really nice deal. All of them really nice shape. There's nothing below probably a fine, so they're mostly mid to higher grade. So here's Space 1999 #1. I think most of the interior art was handled by Gray Morrow, if I'm not mistaken. Great painted covers. Here's #2. And Morrow painted a lot of the covers too. I know for sure that he did this one. It's #3. Really nice looking sci-fi cover. And actually these magazines can be had for fairly cheap. Another Gray Morrow, #4. And like a lot of the black and white mags that came out in the '70s, there were like articles kind of interspersed with the black and white stories. And I think most of these like ran, full-length stories, if I'm not mistaken. #5. I'm just a big fan of the Charlton stuff. There's a lot of little hidden gems, title-wise and book-wise and cover-wise, just all the way around. Another really nice cover, #6. And the other 2 magazines they had at the time were one based on the old Emergency TV show and $6 Million Man. I think I've got one of the $6 Million Man books. I think actually a couple of those Neil Adams did the covers on. But kind of look into that later. Just really big sci-fi fan, so I was really kind of glad to get these. Okay, guys, I certainly enjoyed that. I hope you did too, and hope you have a great Thursday. And I will see you soon. Onward and upward.